Tuesday, 4 p.m. movement snack, 14th of April, if this is the one you're looking for, if you're tracing back through YouTube. Bit noisy in the kitchen, hang on. Just turn the volume down in the kitchen. Good afternoon. If this is the one that you want, the one that you really want, please stay. If you're looking for a different day, if you're following them in order, please go back. But for now, who's in? Oh my goodness. Pauline Virgo, you're in. Lovely to see you. Totnes is in. Northumberland, Greece, Scotland, Penzance. Quick, come on. Wales. Yes, the kitchen is noisy because Mum's making the dinner. Janet is in. Good afternoon. Jane also. Maddie's in. The sun's back out in Havant. Just to let you know. Shrewsbury. My sister. Nice for you to be here again, Odile. Indeed. So this is the preamble. I think I'm a bit late today on this one, sorry. Less of a preamble. Might not be a bad thing. Maybe just a two minute warning and then we'll go. For our third set of 10 minutes today. 30 minutes. Just from these 3 little movement snacks. An hour since yesterday. An hour's extra movement. And I can see loads of stuff that you're getting up to. Loads of other things, which is fantastic. If these little snacks get you going and make you want to do more for a few minutes more, that's great as well. It's over and above anything else that you're doing. When it comes to movement, when it comes to physical activity, more is better. How are we doing? Hello, Kathy. More Wales. Sue MC. Is that an emoji of a crowbar I can see there? I'm not too sure. Angela's back again. Hello. We really are almost there, aren't we? 30 seconds. I was rooting through trying to find a limerick because I've missed summarising the limericks. I don't think I've done this one before. So we'll read this and then we'll go. So about 4 or 5 days ago, we tasked the group to come up with some limericks in the theme, in the keeping of Make Movement Your Mission. Here we go. Here's your motivational limerick for the day. There was a lady from Andover who needed to be able to bend over. This lovely young wretch joined in with a stretch and now she is picking up clover. Boom, boom. Thank you, Adi, for that. Ready to go. So, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley. It's Tuesday the 14th of April and this is movement snack number 3 today. And we're in week 4. This is the 4th week of this Make Movement Your Mission. And you're still here, you're still joining, you're still coming back. So that must mean you like it and you want some more, so let's keep it going. So for those of you who are familiar, bear with me 2 seconds. This 4 p.m. movement snack now has a slightly different focus to the lunchtime and the morning snack. So now we're going to focus on a full body stretch, some flexibility, and just before that our usual circulation booster, and then some slow sway weight transfer, 3-dimensional movements, just to tune into coordination, movement quality, and all the 3-dimensional type movements that we need in daily life. Ready? Go. So as always, pick your position please, in sit or in stand, and if you're in standing, some steady external support at an appropriate height for you, and at any point in time take up support with 1 or 2 hands whichever you require. So in seated, if you know what's coming, hip walk forward into that start position. I'll show you the prompts for that in a moment. In stand, with some support if you need, or without if you're happy to. Steady walk on the spot. This is our circulation booster, and we start every movement snack with about a minute and a bit of this, and it just serves to boost the circulation and makes us more aware of posture positions. So lifted posture, lengthening here between the hip and the ribs. When we talk about length, it's from here, lift and open, and when you're ready, one arm, two arms, or just keep some external support here for confidence. So just continue with that steady pace, and don't forget we're thinking to really reinforce ankle, feet and toe movement. A few seconds on that, just while I do the seated prompts. We hip walk forward just past the centre point. This enables us to sit freer, to sit taller, for us to be active here through the centre and not the chair. Our circulation booster is exactly the same, focusing on ankle movements, optimising ankle, feet and toes. If you feel that you're a little bit flat-footed, that's okay for now. We're trying to build and improve this ankle mobility over time. Feeds into walking, feeds into activities of daily living for uneven surfaces, steps, slopes, etc. Take a pause, bringing in the arms here in the sit position, one or two. We've also been talking about these options to bring the hands together as and when you're ready. So continue with that. Last few seconds of the circ boost in sit or stand, and then take a pause. And at the end of the circulation boost, we should literally just have this need for a bigger breath. We're not out of breath, we're not breathless or feel that we're doing an aerobic workout. It's literally just a sense of, yeah, I've boosted my circulation. Okay, now change of focus. Before we move into our key stretches, we're going to take some slow weight transfer movements and try to build in some arm movements with that. Now this approach here just serves to give us a moment to think about all of the movements that combine throughout different tasks, being mindful of posture, being mindful of weight transfer, being mindful that I've got lots of different things going on at once. So let's build this up. From stand, take up some support to begin with. And we're going to start with a foot position slightly offset, like so. Really firm, kind of shoulder width but offset, similar to the one that we had yesterday. And we're going to start with a little bit of a sway. Now the sway is slow and the sway is small, and it just shifts forwards and back. And I'm staying lifted. I can keep support if I want to. Small knee bend, forwards and back. And if you have a glance down, knees are always in direction of toes. And then we can take a pause and we can change legs. And when you change legs, you'll need to change the support arm. So set up that position on the other leg and just start to feel how that sway is. And in seated is exactly the same, but now our anchor point also involves buttocks. So same position on legs, heels, toes, feet are flat. Sit really tall out of the hips, give the buttocks an extra squeeze, and here is the weight shift. Now the weight shift in the chair occurs at feet and buttocks, so it just shifts forward and back. If I turn this way so you can see forward and back, so I'm not leaning, it's just a shift forwards and back across my sit bones. Okay, take a pause. That's the sway element. Here's the arm element. And we started to build this up last week, so let's come back to this one here. I'm going to start by using the four corners of my trunk. If you know what's coming, just start with it. But to build this up, sorry, other way around. To build this up, we move the hands round one place each time. So I'm just moving round those 4 points on my trunk, on my torso. Can you see? So this just gives us a reference point, and then over time we bring those 4 points together to be more fluid, Once you're happy with that arm action, or indeed you might want to focus on arms and then on the sway with support, or you may want to come to seated while you get to grips with this. What we then want to do is build the sway with the arms. And if you want to rehearse that in standing, one hand on support, and we can just have one circular arm. So we can build this up over time. We've got this weight shift. We've got the arm action. Slow, slow, slow is better. There is one more element to add to this, but I won't add it today, and that's the head turn, but we'll do that on another time. And then of course we can go in the other direction and on the other one, and it's the same in seated. If at any time it all goes wrong, we just stop, take a pause, lift up tall and set it up again. So we just start the shift, be mindful of that posture position, and as and when you're ready, you can bring in the slow arm action. It should feel quite calming. Breathe and take a pause. So mobility, movement is still involved. We've still got shoulder movement, we've still got hips, knees, but now the focus is different. We've got this shift, this sway, and this more thoughtful coordination to consider. Okay, draw a line under sway. Now we're on stretch and flexibility. We're going to start from the bottom up today with the calf stretch. Calf stretch in standing. Pick up some support, that's good for you. Take the back step, peel that heel into the floor. We're going to go for the combo here. If you're happy to do more than one thing at once, more than two things at once. Heels down. Now for the calf stretch to be on, the toes need to be forward. Lift up tall, and we have an extra stretch now here in the front of the hip. So I've got a stretch here and down in low leg. You may want to add a little bit of a squeeze forward on the front leg to get more length on the calf. If you want to, fingertip to shoulder. Show you that again. So if you want to, we change legs on the other calf, in position here, heel is down. If you want to, we can come into the back of the arm stretch. There's going to be anything between there and there. Pick a range of movement that's comfortable for you. And if you want to add in the reach, have support if you need it. The forward reach is slightly forward of the head, but when you take that arm up, it's only up there a couple of seconds and it comes straight back down again. If you're in stand and you want to try that three combination, off you go. In seated, the calf stretch is legs straight out. Relax the knee, have the knee a little bit bent, and then the toe is going to come towards us. Pull the toe towards us, press the heel forwards, and you should feel the stretch on the back of the lower leg. Now we're looking to build up time in here, so 8-12 seconds if you can, but if that feels too long and you need to release and go again, do so. If you're happy to take the back of arm at the same time, do so. You can also add the extra squeeze at the top, or we can do them separately. So let's change legs, so we can either just do the calf, and as that calf releases, you could go in to take a back of arm stretch here, just to a point that's comfortable for you. You can add some support if you want to. Keep the head still, slowly come out of that, and then you can go back into your second little set of calf stretch. Release and come back, and then you can focus on the upper reach just for a couple of seconds and come back out. If taking up arms high above head is uncomfortable for whatever reason on shoulders, we can take a stretch forwards and a little lift out of the hips here, or we can just be here and just think about lifting up through the rib cage even more. And we're just looking to get some stretch down the side of the trunk. Last one's hamstrings, back and thighs. Everyone's seated for this one unless you know the standing option. So when you come to sit, make the most of this movement. So sit down with control, control, control. Walk forward so that you can free up all of the back of the thigh. It will depend how long your legs are and how tall the chair is here. But we're going to extend the leg out, foot flat or toe up, whichever you prefer. Most importantly here, we have the knee off the lock, so just a little bit of bend on the knee. And this position here at the hips. So if you're feeling rounded down here in the lower back, just imagine that you're just tilting forwards and up and lengthening this distance here. In doing this, you may already feel the stretch. If you are, stay there. You're in the right place. So this is the hold, and we're looking to build up time in this stretch, 12, 20 seconds plus if you can. And if you feel you can take it a little bit further, staying tall, and we just take that tilt, that hinge from the hip, and that will increase that stretch. Now move slowly in and out of these positions. When you think you've had enough, you just ease out a bit slowly, take a pause and release. The posture muscles have to work quite hard to actually get this back of thigh stretch on. So do take time in between to have a pit stop and come up again. Let's do the other leg. So in order, here's the checks. Relax the foot or foot flat, whichever you prefer. The knee needs to be off the lock. Then we need to come into this position whereby I've really lifted the sense, just to think that maybe hollowing your back a little bit might make that happen. I need to do that in order to stretch this part of the back of the leg that we're after. And then we hold. So the stretch feels the tension, stays there. If you feel you want to go a bit further, you can. Maintain your normal breathing here. Move slowly into that position. You can control this stretch. You control it. And as you can feel, this stretch is all the things, is all the movement that we need to be able to get down to do things down lower leg, toes, feet, socks, shoes, those things. Slowly out. Last one is chest stretch, back and round in sit or stand, either hands here or hands here, shoulders are relaxed, pressing back. If you want to extend this and you're happy without support, we can take a little press down, we can extend through the arms. But if that's not feeling great on your shoulders, we don't need the arms around there, we can just stretch. Just the feeling is that you're opening the stretch, the chest. Take a deep breath and release. And just 2 or 3 of those if you want to. Okay, that's the snack. Everything is stretched. If you want to spend some more time going around those again now, if you want an extra few minutes in, it takes a while to feel these stretches. And if you're in stand, you need to consider that you have support and that you feel steady and confident. But yeah, get in the right headspace for stretch. Take the time to feel and hold. That, everyone, is 30 minutes in the benefits bag, accumulating minutes. So that's a whole hour just for yesterday and 2 days, just by meeting me here for 10 minutes 3 times a day. Just to finish, I had this arrive in the post today. It's a bar of chocolate. It's my birthday chocolate from Sunday. So if anyone wants a bit of chocolate, pop on round. It's here on the table. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. for our mobility movement snack. If you fancy to take some more heel raises into your daisies, do so. Jockey lifts it to stand when you can. You know it makes sense. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. 8 a.m. tomorrow.